Berserk. This is where I won my mega jackpot. Is Slingo Berserk. Now, I like to think of this as a Viking style Slingo, because you can see on the right here, we've got the amazing Viking ships. And so that's why I think it's definitely got to be on a, more of a Viking motif. And so that is what I think of when I see this. I also think of, those old Viking movies, those amazing ships that they used to run. And what's interesting is they would have, I think it's between 10 and 20 people rowing these ships. They were massive, and the length of some of these ships were pretty massive too. So this is Slingo Berserk. Now, this is more of a basic board than some of the other ones. And then, as you can see, you have your bet levels. You can do 20 cents, 40 cents. And as you go up in your bets, you will see that the rewards also go up. In order to get a return on your bet, which is half of your bet, will be 3 Slingos, and the return of your bet will be 4 Slingos. To get above that, you need to have 5. Now, as I mentioned before, some of these boards will actually play themselves. You will get a board where you will get Slingo after Slingo after Slingo, and you don't have to really press anything in order for that to happen. And you're not doing anything that you're not supposed to do. You're just basically waiting for the board to stop. And as soon as the board stops, you may end up with a win like the $4 or the $8 just by watching these Slingos play themselves. I will show you what I mean in a moment. We're going to look at the rules for a second here before I continue. Slingo Berserk brings big jackpots to Slingo. Select your play amount and press start. Game to begin. The prize increases with every Slingo win line you complete. You have 11 spins to match numbers on the reel with the numbers on the grid. And here is where the numbers will be displayed. And then, I did not mean to do that. Wilds allow the player to mark any number in the column above and have a chance to play the jackpot game. Now, this is the one that I was talking about where I won the mega. You will be able to go to the coins and you will select the coins until you get a jackpot. You will get the mini, the minor, the major, or the mega. I have won everything but the major on here, and I have done it on the lowest bet. So you do not have to bet high in order to get those jackpots. I want that to be very clear. You can bet as low as 20 cents and still get the jackpots. So here is the wild, and it'll shoot up coins, and that is where you possibly will trigger the jackpot round, which is really fun. Lightning shoots coins up to the chest. If the coins cascade down the screen, the jackpot game is triggered. This is the forgive me, again, slurs, the jackpot round. And you will pick coins to reveal one of the Vikings. The Vikings will be the mega, the major, the minor, or the mini. Keep picking until 3 of the same are revealed to win that jackpot. Now, usually you will get the mini. I mean, it kind of works like a lot of the other games, where it's usually the mini till it's not. Like Shelly said when she won her amazing 20,000 in the Saichen game on Chumba. It's usually the mini till it's not. Well, I've gotten the mini more than I've gotten any other jackpot. But I have won the minor on a few occasions as well. And the mega is that amazing gold one up there. Well, when I hit that, I gotta admit, my mouth was practically on the floor. I was so excited to tell Daddy Guardian that I had won the mega jackpot on a 20-cent spin. My best ever on a 20-cent spin, guys. So I won this guy right here. Okay. Then you have your blocker. The mace is a blocking symbol, and it will usually appear, I've never seen it appear anywhere else, but the middle. So if you have the option of selecting a middle space, you want to get it because these blockers will keep you from getting those middle spaces. So when you can, you want to choose the middle. Then you have your free spins. And I think these are awesome, these shields, because the way that they do the shields and the way they bring them out for the spins is really, really original, really, really fun to watch. It's just some really great special effects in this one. So free spin symbols add an extra spin. So it gives you an extra turn and another chance for a Slingo. You can choose how you want to play. Play controls can be selected from the menu. You can select how many spins you want to have at the end. What is your max extra spin amount? Total single game play amount, total single game loss. Now, I don't use any of these because I think it limits you. So I don't do this. I tried it and I didn't like it. So, I mean, you can use these, but I am not a fan. I think that playing it the normal way is best, but that's just me. Okay, extra spins are available after each game. The play amount of each spin is dependent on the grid position and potential prizes. You can control extra spin limits in play controls, like I just showed you. Play amounts may be in excess of your base play amount. So, if you want to have the chance of hitting a bigger amount, say you have 5 Slingos on there and it gives you the chance to hit 8 Slingos, you may bet a little bit higher than normal because the return will be much higher. So in order to get back $8, you may have to spend 3 or 4. The play amount for the next spin is shown on the spin button. So right here, you can spin additionally for $10. I guess they're using a $2 bet for this or a $5 bet for this demonstration because I've never seen one that high on a 20-cent bet. And then the potential wins available are displayed in turn. You could win $100. Press collect to end the game. The numbers required are highlighted. So you can either collect what you already have in wins or you can continue to spin. You can also mitigate a loss, I call it, by betting until you get some of your bet back. Say you have 20 cents that you bet. Well, you don't have enough Slingos to get anything back. If you spin once, sometimes you get some of your bet back, and that's what I call mitigating a loss on here, and you get something back into your redeemable. Because, as we all know, redeemable is what you want. You have your unplayed, your redeemable, and of course your total balance. Now, I saved some funds in here to play Slingo tonight, and I had already cashed out one, so those were what I had afterwards. So I cashed out 150, and I had some left over, and so that's what I'll be playing with tonight. These are all the ways that you can get Slingos. As you can see, it works just like bingo. These are all the ways that you get bingo, as well as, if you play tic-tac-toe, same thing. I like to think of it as tic-tac-toe and bingo combined, but as you can see, Slingo is definitely more complicated, but once you know the rules, once you know how to play, it is very, very easy. So, and it also tells you the best strategy. The best strategy dictates that the selection for positions of wilds is always in the position that will move the player closer to completing a Slingo. Where multiple positions with the same criteria are available, the preference is given to the positions that are included in the most Slingos, win lines. So that is the reason why I said you always want to get the middle square, because it will control a lot of your Slingo wins. So if you can hit that middle square, it will really help you. That's where it says, for example, the central square would be given preference since it is included in a horizontal, vertical, and 2 diagonal lines. Where multiple positions with the same criteria exist, again, a random choice is made. And it will basically choose between those random positions. And then you choose from those highlighted markers that they give you. And here are some rules. Free spin symbols are removed from the reels for extra spins. Only one jackpot can be won per game. Based on best strategy, this game has a theoretical RTP of 95.51. Based on best strategy, each extra spin has a theoretical RTP of 95%. So it's really not that bad as far as RTP goes. So I hope that helps you understand at least this version of Slingo, where I will be playing a game. Now, it's only a 20-cent bet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I do not know if my... Oh, I think I need to have my sounds on in order to... so you guys can hear this. So I'm going to have this on, but let me know if it's too loud for you while I am talking, because sometimes the sounds can be a little bit louder than the microphone. So let me know, okay? All right, so we're going to start our first game. So you click start. Okay, it's not very loud. I'll turn it up a little bit. Let me see. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear the sounds. So now we have a wild, and we have to select one of these items here on the grid. I'll just call it a grid. So any of these highlighted markers you can select. Now, I like to concentrate on diagonals. What is going to give me the most Slingos? I like to go with diagonals because, first of all, it makes picking easier for me, and it takes a little bit more of the work out of it for me. So normally I would choose either this one here, which is part of a diagonal going this way, or this one here, which is part of a diagonal going that way. And soon I want to be able to hit this because that will definitely help the Slingos down the road. But because we already have one here and here, and we have one here, I like to choose the middle for this reason to start out, because it tends to favor the middle. And the reason why it does that is because it knows that the block will be in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one this time. However, next time I'm probably going to select this one for a diagonal or that one for a diagonal. Especially if this one here is selected. You want to get those diagonals as quickly as possible. So we're going to select this one. As you can see, it's spinning and it's choosing different areas of the board. And I just got a free spin. Those are those amazing discs that I showed you. And those coins with the wilds are shooting up into this table up here. And if I get enough of them, it will trigger. Actually, it's more like a random thing. More like random... I guess it doesn't really matter how many coins are up there. I think it is completely random. Kind of reminds me of either Wild Wild West or Lucky Cat, when it doesn't really matter the dynamite so much. It's just it's a random happening. However, if you are playing in here at certain times, it does tend to hit more often. I've noticed that Fridays in the evening tend to give you more jackpots. So I'm just letting you guys know that if you want to have a more potential shot at the jackpots, I think that Friday night around 5 o'clock, let's say between 5 and 6 Central Standard Time, is the best time to play for potential jackpots. Because I won 2 jackpots, I believe, in that same night. So here is the middle square that we were talking about. So I want to select that. Well, not square, but you know what I mean. Middle marker. And there's 2 reasons why you want to do this. The one reason why you want to do this is because this will allow you to do a Slingo this direction. Oh, how you doing, butterfly? And this direction. And this direction. So right now we have a potential Slingo because we have selected this marker. We now have a Slingo, and it's going to shoot across and show you that you have a Slingo. Choom! And then it will keep spinning until you have another choice. And as you can see, now I have one highlighted. So now I need to get another Slingo, And then the third one will give me back half my bet. Now we're only betting 20 cents. So getting back 10 cents on 20, if you have a deposit that you're using instead of, unplayed coins or unplayed sweeps coins, it's very handy when you can get some of your bet back. All right. So I hope this is helping someone. Okay, so now I have these choices here. We have one choice, this column here. So, because we are getting halfway through the board, usually I like to select what's going to give me a Slingo the fastest. Now, we discussed already that these two here are good as far as potential Slingos go. This one I would not normally select. Well, sometimes I would, sometimes I wouldn't. And the reason why I might select this one is because what the game does is after you're halfway through, it tends to select these automatically. So let's see if that happens here. So if it doesn't though, I'll go back and select these if they give me the option. So we're going to select this one here. See that blocker? It always goes in the middle, so you always want to get the middles when you can. Now, we ran out of free spins. As you can see, we only have one Slingo, but we have the potential of more than that. So right now, if I stopped, I would not have anything back on my bet. I would just have the 20 cents played, and that would be it. Now, this is where more of the strategy comes in. I am going to spin again, and it's only 1 penny. Now, it's showing me right here what I could win if I spin. And it's showing me the potential Slingos I could get if I spin. So this is what I call mitigating a loss. I am going to spin and see what happens. Okay, it didn't give me anything. We'll try again. See that blocker? A lot of times when that blocker is active, I don't like to spin too many times. So I'm going to spin again. And sometimes if I do it real fast... Well, that was nice. So we got another Slingo. And now it shows you down here that we've played 23 cents. So we still have lost 23 cents. Now, to mitigate this, I'm going to spin again. Now, if it blocks me... if it blocks me from my Slingo, I'm going to spin again real fast, because sometimes spinning fast will keep it from being blocked. So let's go ahead and spin again. All right, again. So you can see that, it adds up pretty fast. Now, I'm not going to go beyond a certain amount. A lot of times I won't go beyond 40 or 50 cents. But I'm going to give it one more shot. Yeah, it's not wanting to give it to me. But I'm going to keep going. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, come on. Okay. There we go. Alright. So now we have another Slingo here. So now I'm getting 10 cents back on the 40 cents that I played. Now if I go again... that means I played 48 cents and I've only gotten back 10. But at least I got something back. Now I'm going to see if I can get even better than that. Now it's a bit of a risk because this blocker keeps getting in my way. However, what's good about this is it's only blocking one of these. The rest it can't block. And right there, we got another Slingo. So now we got 20 cents back on the 48. I'm going to try one more time. Yep, I got another Slingo. So now I have bet 59 cents and I'm getting back 40, which is good because if you are, working on your deposit and you want something back and redeemable, that's always nice. And it would normally be 20 cents bet. And now it's only 19 cents because you put in 59 and you're getting back 40. Now that's not the best result, but I'm just showing you an example of how to help mitigate a loss. However, because you bet a little bit more, you're getting back more, and it is added to your redeemable. And for those of you that are new to Chumba or new to any of these platforms, this is how it works. You have your unplayed sweeps coins that you purchased, And then as you play them, they go into the redeemable. And then this is your total balance that you see up here. But you want to get as much as you can from each bet. So normally I probably wouldn't have kept going, but for demonstration purposes I did. All right, let's play another game. I love the sound effects. I hope you guys can hear them because they are fun to listen to. All right. This really isn't... I think the only potential I have right now is up above here. You could choose this one here or this one here because it's part of the diagonal. But because I prefer to do this one up at the top when it gives me a row here. And it does tend to fill in these diagonal corners on its own. Oh, we have another one. Okay. I'm going to choose the middle because it doesn't tend to favor the middle as much. So let me go ahead and... it does favor the middle after a certain point, but not in the beginning. I got an extra spin! And when you get a lot of extra spins, it's actually an indication that you're going to have a good win. I really like it when these boards play themselves. Alright, so where should we go? We already know that we want to get a Slingo diagonal because we now have what I call the best play taken care of. So now we're going to work on this diagonal here. So we're going to select this particular item. Oh, the blocker came out. That mace is a blocker. Yep, there he is again. You want as many free spins as possible so you have as many shots at Slingo as possible. Okay, well, we don't have any Slingos. But we do have the potential of Slingos because I have started a few of them already. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Yes, there we go. Alright, so now we have potential for possible 2 or 3 Slingos in one roll. Let's give it a shot. That was nice, okay. And I already know that I'm going to get at least one more because here is the Slingo going across the middle that I talked about. So this one reason why we favor the middle in the beginning if we can. So this means I put in 23 cents and I got back 10. These aren't the ideal boards, but like I said, if you're going to lose, you want to lose as little as possible. Now I could do this one, but because this blocker keeps coming out, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to collect 10 cents. That means instead of losing 20, we only lost 13. So that one, for mitigation of loss, is much better than the other one.